say that because it's still morning for 3 more minutes. Not quite as nice today. It's a little cool. Not that I'm complaining, but it's definitely not the warm weather we've been having for the last week. This almost feels more like spring. April. 13 degrees Celsius. There's a bit of a breeze blowing today too. It gets us what, right at 50, 51 degrees? It's supposed to only get up to about 55 today. Tuesday. Got tonight, tomorrow, Thursday night, and off to work Friday. So we still got a couple more days. I need to make some progress in here. Garbage goes out tonight, including recycling, so a lot of this cardboard can go out, thankfully. Sir? Oh, I guess it was just the light reflecting. I had a big blurry spot down, where's it at? Down in this lower corner here. It's just on my end. I think that old battery that I used to use in this camera finally died. I charged it last night and it wouldn't even turn on today. So this is one of the 2 batteries that I dropped out of Kevin's place, and they spend overnight outside, and haven't charged them. It's got full bars. It's still full bars. That other battery, it would be down to 2 bars by now. So I think it's just going to find its way into the recycle bin. Get the crusties out of my eyeballs here too. Boy, allergies kicked my you-know-what this morning. I was coughing, sneezing, itchy eyes. It was a rough one. Looking at my little, deal that I bought from the drugstore before we did the shutdown a month ago. I've only taken 6 of those things, so I think I'm doing alright. Popped one this morning, and it cleared me up pretty quick. So, just cooler weather. All the little mold spores are popping. But I think this is going to be our last dry day for this shutdown series. It's supposed to start raining late tonight, early tomorrow. Might get some sunshine this afternoon, it was saying. I see little droplets floating around in the sky. A little bit on the windshield, on the window there. Today's video. We need to wash the car. I want to get that done. It's pretty scuzzy. Should have washed it last week, but I didn't. So we're going to drag some cleaning stuff, and then I'll probably hit the trucks with the pressure washer too. Get my rubber boots on so I don't soak my shoes. But we're going to attempt to do a little bit cleanup on some vehicles, and then do some garage cleanup today. So nothing too exciting, but so I was goofing around on Instagram yesterday. I got to upload a couple of pictures, but the trick that I figured out from reading posts on the internet doesn't work today, so it won't let me post anything. So once I figure that out, maybe I'll be pushing that a little bit more on this, and I just took a couple of close-ups of some rusty spots on the other car and posted them just to test things out. And tried to go back in there today to put up another picture, and the little plus icon that you're supposed to click isn't there. So I got to figure that out again. And then I spent the morning looking at parts and trying to figure out processes on how to get the other car put together. I got to get some pictures off the front of this one for reference. Looking at some more sheet metal pieces, which are actually cheaper than I thought. The other car, we found quite a bit of rust underneath the windshield. Not just surface rust, it goes all the way through. But luckily they make a replacement cowl piece, and it's really not that expensive. I was somewhat surprised. But they're on short, oh, that one's on back order. And then the filler piece in the back, which I was just going to snag this one, but yeah, new one's $89, I think it was. It's like, just get a new one. If I cut this one out, so be it. because I don't know what the window channel looks like on this one with the glass still, and I have not pulled the glass. So I think I'll just get a new piece that we can put in the other car, and it'll have a nice fresh window channel. We'll just have to worry about up the corners on each side. But that will answer most of the main rust questions. But I got videos to put together for that, so yeah, I'm going to kind of tinker and putter. Still got to clean up this garage. I got center link to paint up so it doesn't rust for the other car. Drug that back, drug my heat shields. I don't know if you can hear the clanging out there. That's the construction guys working up on the park. You see anything today? Yeah, they're out of our field of view. But no, yesterday was a good day. Got a lot done on that car in the last couple days. That chassis is just about where I want it. A few more things to throw onto her. I haven't started looking at motors yet, but that's going to be the expensive bit. Got to try to find a running engine. So, don't want to have to go through a motor rebuild just yet. Do that down the road. Got to clean up those backing brakes, those factory backing plates, get them redone. I got to get I dumped something in my gear oil container down there. Get that container, hopefully there was nothing in that container. I don't think there was. But get it cleaned out, put some evapor rust in there, let those backing plates soak. Then we can prime and paint those things. Get them ready to go back on the other car. Not going to worry about brake stuff just yet, but this coming weekend might go back out and help Kevin put his transmission back in his Oldsmobile. But his first day back at work was today. I think he said he's starting. What the heck is that? Got a spider web with a fuzzy stuck to it. I don't know if I can pick it up on the camera here. Right there. It's just kind of floating and wiggling a little bit. It's like, what is that? But yeah, his first day back at work was today, so he's there now. He's probably going to be there till 2 o'clock or so. I don't remember what time he said he had to start. He was leaving his house at 4:30. I think he said 4:30 in the morning. That's about when I'm going to bed. Well, at least a couple hours later. So he's probably starting. I think he's starting at 5:48 is what he was saying. We do some goofy start times. But yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and get some buckets out, get the hose out, get my car washing soaps out. I got one of them foam cannon things to spray everything down so they can soak for a minute. Do that now before the sun comes out. And it bakes it on. So, alrighty, let's get this day rolling. Oofta! Car's clean. And we're all scrubbed up and cleaned up and did the tires and playing with the taillights just a little bit. Got the one to work again, but I had to wiggle some wires, but there's some loose fittings in there. And look at all the schmutz underneath there still. So, just did a quick winter cleanup. Starting to lose my seal up here too. These taillights gotta go. This sand's looking alright, but I got the stalkers in the box right there. I don't know if we'll do it today. Probably should. Probably should. Just wipe down the interior real quick. It was pretty dusty in there. I haven't driven this thing in a month. So, needs a good vacuum yet, but I'm not too concerned about that. Checked all the fluids. They're looking good. So we'll pop the hood again for y'all. Big old dent there in the fender. Floorboards could have been blasted, but we got stuff growing. Noticed that earlier. Oh, look at that. I'm going to put you down here for just a sec. Okay, maybe we'll put you down here for just a sec. We got goodies growing in the car. So, he's gone. Just gave it a quick wipe down under here. Oil's good. Filter's still clean. Coolant's looking alright. Topped off the washer fluid. I haven't started this thing since I drove it last. Small car. I don't doubt that it will start. Battery's only 5 years old. Clutch in, brake is on. We're checking, trunk is open. Yes, we know. Need a little bit of fuel. I got just under 3/4. Yep. Press clutch to start. I did. Just like that. Well, maybe we'll let her run for a minute. We'll clean up the yard. Just go bomb up to the gas station real quick and top off the tank. It'll get me through quite a while of driving. Just put a little bit of fresh in on this month-old ethanol fuel. So, I think that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll come back and play with those taillights. It shouldn't be too hard to swap those over. I don't remember if I butt connected them or if I did the blade connectors. Either way, it shouldn't be that bad. So I'm going to kick you off here. I'm going to go clean the yard, and then we'll be back. We'll take a trip up to the gas station. Alrighty, here we are in the Cruze. 4:21 of 20, 54 degrees outside. 1:54 in the PM. Roll the windows down. I'll even do the back windows. See if I can remember how to drive a stick shift. Clutch in, park and brake off, grab first gear. Listen to those rotors grind all that rust off. Went through and checked the tires. They're all sitting about 36 psi right now. She's been running for about 5 minutes. About halfway up the temperature gauge. No lights on the dash. Running good. No funny sounds. Like I said, first trip out with this car in a month. Give it a quick once over and she should be good to go. 49,870 miles on this little car. Bought it February of 14. So we're not going to go to this station on the left here because they're just still $2.79 a gallon for regular. Everybody else is experiencing cheap gas. We're not here in the Seattle area. This station's usually pretty expensive anyway. Drag them chains. It's just a Home Depot trailer, who cares? Yeah, I like this little car. New York State. That's a drive. It's not the virus. It still says we got 360 miles on this tank. What are we averaging? Averaged 36.3 on this tank alone. 36.1 overall. Average speed of 36.7 miles an hour. So that other station was what, $2.79? Well, this one's 10 cents cheaper, $2.69. We'll only be putting in a few gallons. So look, another Chevy Cruze. Alrighty. I'll be back. Alrighty, $18.50 later. See if we can get through all the traffic. Let's see here, we should probably do a reset when we get to the light. We did 205 miles on that last tank. Put it in first gear maybe. Playing with the buttons, not paying attention to what I'm doing. There's the reset. There's Mr. Chain Dragger. This old Rambler wagon. See that bombing around? That's the guy that has the old fastback 67's Mustang as well. All original. Yeah, we put in, what was it, 6.17 gallons? 8.17 gallons, can't remember now. But we are filled up and ready to rock. That'll get us a solid, well, I could do a month with this thing before having to fuel up again. Usually fuel up every 2 weeks. But at least we know she's good for Friday. Watch this Toyota on the back bumper. He's coming up quick. Doing 27 and a 25, and he's going a bit faster than me. Sputter, sputter, sputter. Exhaust leak. felt's still wet, so my windows are now smeared. Oh well. Well, I'd like to get the truck a bath, the red one. But I don't want to do it right next to the freshly washed car, so I might have to jockey some stuff around just to maybe use the Jimmy to block the car, swap the Jimmy in the car. And then maybe I'll back the truck up into the yard a little bit more and give it a good washing, because it could use it as well. Still got the soap in the bucket. Jimmy could probably use a bath too, but I don't know if we'll get to him today. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I've decided against giving the truck a bath today. Not because I'm lazy, but just because I want to do it in the grass. And I don't have enough hose to get over here. So the pressure washer will work. I want to hit with the pressure washer. Just like doing it in the grass. Let it soak in instead of running down the street. But it's going to rain tomorrow anyway, so we get the car cleaned up. Grab the towel off the fence here. Well, it's not dry, but yeah, I'll have to go grab another length of that hose next time I'm up at Ace. They weren't too expensive, thankfully, so that'll get me that little bit more distance to get out where I just want to be. So we're going to do a little bit of cleanup in the garage, get some organization going here after I'm done eating lunch inside, and see about getting some of this cardboard in the recycle bin. Got a little bit of room. I jockeyed things around in there a little bit ago. But I gotta wash the soap out of the bucket too yet. Get that going. I guess I could put the regular. I got one decent hose. Yeah. We'll skip washing the trucks. We'll wait till we get a little bit warmer, drier weather coming. Make it count. Focus on this garage a little bit again. But, yeah. Lots and lots and lots of stuff to do. Of course, feeling like I'm under the gun now because I gotta go back to work in a couple days. But oh well. So, okay, let me go get my lunch shoveled down, and we'll come back out here and do some cleanup. Oh well, it's 8:25 in the evening. I've been puttering and working, and well, here's my fuel receipt from earlier today. Throw that in the garbage. I got to get garbage out yet. Still haven't done anything with those boxes. Still haven't anything in the garage. But we did putter with the car. I did get the old taillights put back on, the old factory ones. So I've got the key in my pocket, and everything seems to work. I had to go back in and re-splice everything together because I cut the plugs. So there we go. Incandescent bulbs again. I think we'll try LEDs down the road. Got LED backup lights. But everything seems to be working, so car got a good bath today, cleaned up the tires and the wheels, and I even went over it with a spray detailer just to give it a little something. Needs a good polishing and wax and good deep clean. Those aftermarket taillights, they're definitely not 100% perfect fit. There's a few spots where it rubbed down through the paint, and I don't see any rust forming, so I'm not going to worry about it. That's all hidden behind the old taillights, the old, which are now the new taillights. So, yeah, we'll run with those for the time being. We'll swap out. I got LED bulbs, and I've got some resistors. I just need to figure that out. Make it all work. So, but other than that, just been dinking around inside a little bit and doing some research for the olds projects. And Haven't spent much time out here. And like I said, the sun went down. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Getting a little chilly. It's 15 degrees Celsius. Still 55, but with that sun down, I got hardware sitting inside that bucket that I need to clean up too yet. Excuse me. So, yeah. I think that's going to do it for today. Wasn't super exciting. I didn't actually set a camera up when I was washing the car, and when I was all done washing, I went back to the camera and I never hit record. So you guys didn't get to see that. Sorry. But outside of that, not too shabby. Decided against washing the truck. Just lazy. So rains are supposed to roll in tonight. So I gotta get the garbage out here, and I can kind of wind my night down. And tomorrow we're going to spend some time in here. And have been looking at Oldsmobile motors online. Actually, they sell reconditioned from the era that I like. I mean, you can also get them for the smog era, but of course they're not cheap. But didn't expect it to be cheap. Got one place local. Where was he at? North end of Seattle? South end of Seattle. Says he's got some running motors. Got a buddy with a junkyard. He's got Olds 350s and 455s. But I don't know. I may reach out to him and just see. Maybe Kevin and I will take a trip down there. And if he's got anything set up to where we can check compression or something. Don't want to buy a motor sight unseen and drag it home and find out it needs a complete teardown and rebuild. Want something that's going to be able to at least, we can do a rattle can rebuild on it, and kind of like this motor. But this one's such a low compression smog motor. I'm not going to go hog wild with this one. These blocks are not known to be good for building. So let's get one that's a little bit better to drop in the other car. So. But, yep, we're going to shut you down here. Head on inside. Like I said, get my garbage out. Play around a little bit. Go to bed. Get up, do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow the cats go in for their vet visit. That's at 4:30. So I'm supposed to drive up there and call them. Do curbside. So I don't know if I drop the cats off and they take them inside and do their exam and bring them back out. I don't know. So would rather be there with them, but they're adults, so am I. I'll cry off camera. Okay, we'll catch you all later. See you tomorrow.